Well, good morning my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and there's a little bit of external noise, but I just thought what I'd do, I'd just show you the garden because we've had some rain. And if I take you a little bit closer, you'll see that centre ring. We've moved other things about. There's that bed there. Let's have a look at this area. We're due to have some more rain shortly. There we go. We used to have the seating area here, didn't we? That's under that arch there. And well, the birds just kept perching on that, so we've left, well, Keith's put this plant display here. And if we go on the back fence there, you see the hypericum coming through. We've got the clematis. And we've got the M.E.s. The rhododendron there, that's finished flowering now. And the yellow canary bird rose is finished flowering. And that's the area now where Keith's filled in with all the cobbles. You can just see the rain starting on the pond. And well, it's got a sunflower coming through there. We've had some beautiful iris. And there. In those pots are geraniums, and there we go. Trying to just keep the window from blowing close. Is this area where we've got some hostas, some dahlias there, and there's that bed over there with the M.E.s. That corner. Some more roses there. That's the corner where we cut down. And my vision is limited because, of course, I'm hanging out of the bedroom window. There we go. Just gives you an idea. It was sun shining a few minutes ago, and I thought, oh, I'll go upstairs, and I said to Keith, I'll just go and do a video while he's doing the ironing. He says, I hate ironing. Why don't you do it? Oh dear. Anyway, let's take you into the grow room now. Well, we're back into the grow room now, and I've got all the lights on because it's such a dull morning. You'll see the windows there steamed up a little bit. With 68% humidity, 21.5 C is the temperature, and you can see it's showing rain. So I'll turn this full spectrum light off here just to take the glare off this side. There we go. But you'll see how quite dark it is in here now. And right, so if I step back, okay. You'll notice I've just changed things slightly, in as much as you see I've got the tall shelves here and this one here. Well, if we go from this direction now, two of those big tall shelves I've reduced because of what I was finding. It was more difficult to stretch over for all these mounted orchids, and I do like the mounted orchids. So yesterday I set two and reduced two of the shelves. So this is one of those that I've reduced, and I've put this in front of the window, and making more use of the shelves. And maybe I could have done with this bottom shelf being slightly higher, but never mind. And I've got my little buckets here, and that Phalaenopsis there, that was the one that had been blooming for absolutely months and months. So I've cut it off. I've cut the flower inflorescences off, and I've mounted it on this piece of wood, and this piece of wood's actually flat at the bottom. and I cracked a couple of the roots there, but they're green inside, so I've not killed it. And I'm hoping now, after a few weeks, this one will pick up and carry on. That's that new little Phalaenopsis pulcherrima, and thrilled with that one. And those are the little cakeys off the dendrobium. And this one, that's been in flower that long, I can't remember. And look, it's given me another inflorescence there. So I'm thrilled to bits with that one. Anyway, so these are the Vandas. These are the Vandas all here, and in these holy clay pots. And I think these are settling nicely, because I can't remember which one I picked up yesterday, but one of them, is it this one? Let's have a quick look. Yes, that one. Starting to send some of the roots out through these holes. And this is the one that I had on that hanger, which I always found difficult. So I've taken it off the hanger, even though the roots are through the bottom in that pot. But for my purposes anyway, I prefer them all to be together here on this windowsill area. That's that pink diamond, that big Cattleya, and got a new growth. I can't remember which side it is, but there's a new growth coming through there. That's in a holy clay pot. And that's Vanda Peaches. These are all due to be watered today. I mean, the Vandas get water every day, even if they only get a flush. But look at the roots. But they do get watered every day. We've got a new growth there on that RLC 24 carat by Cattleya Memoria Robert Strait, and lots of roots. And this is the RLC Bermondsey Palm, and look at that growth that's extending out. And of course this is the big RLC Haesong Tian Mu. And without getting it down, the root system's enormous. On that root I showed you where it got those little side branches coming, oh, there's that many now, it's unbelievable. And I'll just show you this while I'm up here. And you see that green tip? That's the first sign this year of this Rhynchostylis gigantica, of anything happening with that root, because that's all I've got, this one big root which goes all the way up there. I mean, that leaf's continued, but the root, and I noticed it last night, so I was super excited about that. And I won't do a video on the long tall sallies, because I'll do an update on them. Or, suffice it to say, there's roots coming out everywhere on that one. And this is look at that leaf. This is that big one that's got an inflorescence. And oops, that should be round that way. No, you're in the dark, aren't you here? There's maybe better. That's the Orchids falcata. I've turned that round so that it gets direct sun. Well, it's been so dull anyway. And you'll see the roots there coming at the back. That's the Vanda curvifolia. So, and that, of course, is the Cattleya persivaliana. And this one, well, this one has just absolutely gone mad with roots and growths. And believe it or not, they've only been watered a couple of days ago. And if we look in this corner here, and that's the Fred Clark aria. Look at the roots on that. And we've got roots on this one here, especially that one. And this little one here, this is the Catasetum. Oh no, this is the Cygnodis Wine Delight. This is a little bit slow, but at least we've got a new growth. And this one here, this is the Catasetum pileatum. We've not only got that growth, we've got another growth there. And the roots on this, well, they're taking over that pot. Anyway, let's take you round and then if we've got enough light. So this is on the top shelf. That's the Jarrac Pro Vaticolia Jarrac Green Star. And this is this big one here. Look at the growth. And there's that one. And this is doing really well. Like I say, I'm due to water these today, so but look at that. And so this is this is the shelf that was in front there. So this shelf is slightly lower, and in actual fact then that allows more light to come into the room. This shelf's slightly higher, and there's the Dendrobium Goldsmithianum here. That's the humidifier, of course. And which one's this? This is the Bellaria Peggy Ruth, and that's got 4 new growths there. And there's the Maxillaria there. Still bare rooted, I've not decided what to do with that one yet. But they're all on this shelf here. I've put this nice little mounted Phalaenopsis here. And which is this one? This has got this is Labiata of our Cerulean, doing very nicely. And of course we've got some up there. That's Phalaenopsis Little Zorro. And I've not quite got myself organised, but I'm getting there. And look at the growth on this one. Look at the happy sap. And the roots on this one. There's that new growth, look at that. And this comes directly in direct line of this full spectrum light. And that one's the RLC Pink Empress. Look, the roots are starting to venture out now. And the same with this one. This is Walkeriana, of course. And let's just see if I can hold on to this one without dropping it. This is quite a big one. And look at that. So all these others have got single leaves. And that one's decided to go double. So that one, which I thought was a sheath, but that developed into a leaf, so we'll just have to wait and see. But we have got new growths underneath, can you see them? And we've got new roots in the middle. And there's another new one, you see. And I've put that here again because that's in direct line with the full spectrum light. I don't want to crowd the shelves too much. That's my idea anyway. And this is another little Dendrobium with that nice new growth coming there. And here we are. This is the Nellie Isla, doing very well as you can see. And I've put the Sidera japonica just in this corner at the moment. That's got plenty of new roots on. And if we go down on this shelf, we've got the Angraecum sesquipedale, 1 new root, and another new root, and another new leaf. And this one is Oncidium powii. I've left it well alone. It's in a plastic cup and semi-hydro, and it's giving me 2 new growths, which is marvellous. And that's one of the Phragmopediums there. And this is the Dendrobium chrysotoxum with that new growth there. I'm not sure whether I'm leaving this in this direction. And that's the Dendrobium hildepoxen, just tucked behind there. It's got another new growth. That's Dendrobium famosum, Myanmar. Those are the 2 little stellas. And here are the Masdevallias. They're all the same, but they are improving. And there's more than one got a flower inflorescence. That one's got a flower inflorescence, and this one here, this, let's see if I can bring it up. There we go. There. And that one has already flowered once. So, and then down on this shelf here are the other Phragmipediums, which get watered. Oh, there, that's the Alicera in that corner. That's the big Miltonia, it's got some new growths coming, and that's the other Alicera. And then if we travel around this end, we've still got the Phalaenopsis here. Some of them are losing the bottom leaves, so but that's to be expected. I should just have to, can you see that one as well? I don't know why. And this one here, that's the other Peaches. Let me see that one. And what I'll do with this one, because that was watered last night, is that one's going to just stand up there for a minute. There we go. That's the big Dendrobium gracilicale. Got two lovely, nice big new growths on there. Oh, the sun's coming out again, thank goodness for that. And we're going to this area, the Dendrobium lodogesi, this one. Seems to have picked up a little bit. This is the Dendrobium chrysium, the little cuttings that Roger gave me. And we've got 3 new growths coming on that one. And here we go. So this is the Cattleya purpurata. There we are, that's doing very nicely. In fact, I think they're all doing absolutely fine. A lot of them have got new growths, and I'm just waiting for this one here to give me signs of a new root. And of course, if we take you to this little area, I've got this Phalaenopsis sunrise red Pioca. And I might actually do a little video this morning, because I just want to, one or two are just dying, but I need just to look at those roots. So I might just do a video shortly, so we can just check those roots. And here we go, these are the big frags. And these are in direct line of this big oscillating fan, which is right behind me. And if we go to this shelf here, these are some of the Phalaenopsis. This one here, I've got an inflorescence starting, and that is Phalaenopsis, which one is it? Violaceae indigo blue. And I'm trying to space things out so they all have a chance to get some light. That's a Phalaenopsis up in that corner. I've still got this spare shelf. I need a shelf to hang when I've watered some of these Phalaenopsis, so I always like to have a spare shelf. And so that's that side. And as you can see now, if I go from this angle here, you'll see I've got more space, and I've got more space at my height level, and I've got more space floor level. Can you see now? Which I find much easier when I want to do a video. And this is the Hoya shelf, and that one's fine. That's Hoya pubicalis black dragon. These are some of the other Phalaenopsis here. I've just hung them from this angle at the moment, and there we go. And this big one here, and this one here is Hoya archibaldana, and I'm struggling with this one. This one's dropped all its leaves, and what it is, even though it has started to give a new growth, I'd got it too wet, and the leaves kept dropping, and I couldn't understand it. And have you noticed I've had to repot them? I've repotted them all into clay pots, and I mean, some of them are doing fine. They've got new leads coming, so but that one I'm struggling with at the moment. And this is this dendrobium. This is Dendrobium thysiflorum, and that new growth there this year. Look at that already. Absolutely wonderful. So I can't complain. This is that big one. Look at the roots there. And this is how this is, yes, Howardian Princess. So and of course this is the Epicatleya alatilio, and this is Gatton Sunray. So let me just bring, I have to just be careful, I'll just bring this big one down here now just to show you, but I have to be a little bit careful because it's on this large mount, but I just wanted to be able to show you. And if I stand above it, and of course this is Laelia purpurata, and there we are. So those roots have now touched the mount, and show you this one. There's that other root, you see, those roots there, and those are those growths. I don't know whether those are the new pseudobulbs, but I suppose eventually time will let us know. And I'll just hang that there for a minute. What I don't want to do is damage anything, so I'm always careful with this one, with it being such a big one, and I usually put it back where I've got it from. There we go. And it's there, and you see, directly under that light. And this is the shelf here. We did have a little blooming on this one, and this is the don't know if it'll show you that, whether it'll be in focus. Let's see if I can bring it down, bring it over here, see whether or not it'll let me stay in focus just on this shelf here. There we go. And that's the it's the blooms upside down. You need to look at the bloom that way. Let me just see if it's going to enable me to show you. And you see that one? There's not as many this time, but it is slightly fragrant. And very nice too. Let's put it back now. And so I can't remember which one it is now. There's another one here that's got a flower inflorescence coming, but without disturbing everything at the moment, and I don't want to disturb everything. Just let me get my stool, and there we go. Right, so this area now, I've got the Scaphoglottis, I've got Dendrobium adae, I've got Dendrobium from falcorostrum, another Scaphoglottis, that is the, let me show you, the Aspasia. That's got some lovely roots. You can't see them from that angle, but that's got some absolutely lovely roots. And that is the Gomza Lecco, Long Island, and I've put that on a mount. It was in a pot, and I wasn't satisfied with it in a pot, and I've put the Sergio Aria just in that corner. The little, oh, there's perfume from that little Vanda Miniata, and that's that one. And there's the other big one. Just have to watch that. I've got one or two damaged leaves on that one. I wonder what's caused that. Look. Oh dear. I've got a new growth on that one, the mother plant there. But I don't know why the leaves have gone like that. Oh dear. And this one here, which I'm thrilled to bits with. I'll bring this one down here. And this is my Chysis Lemingi eye. And that root was absolutely amazed. That was the root. I showed you that was underneath. And look what's happened to it. Now is it going to focus? Let's see if it'll focus. Am I too close? Come on. There we go. And so the roots come out, and the end has started to tilt down to go down into that media. I was absolutely amazed with that. And this one gets dunked. But look at that. Look at this, the length of this new growth here. All the way down. And these bulbs have plumped up, no end. So, and it's in this basket here. So it likes to be wet, but it also likes to have air to the roots. And like I say, I'm going to have a busy day today. I move this back over here where it stays, and there it stays under there, and that stays directly under that light. And that's a little Vanda Cerulescens. So I've just got to check out that Sergio Aria there. Don't know. I am wondering whether it's under too much light. Anyway, so here we go, onto this shelf. That's the BLC Pamela Hetherington. That's another one in rescue at the moment. That's J.O. Candy. That's one of the brown haired ones. That's a Nobly type. Those are the two Phalaenopsis. This one's still in bloom, and we've got new roots and a new leaf. But look at the other leaves, they don't look very good, do they? And this one is Labata, and we've got new roots there and a new growth. And that's Dendrobium crumentum. And I'm watching for time now because I'm struggling now. And we've got a new, well, I think it's a growth on this one. I'd absolutely die of excitement if it was a flower inflorescence. We've got extending, developing pseudobulbs on here, and there's that pseudobulb, do you remember? And it's growing vertical. There we go. So just a quick video, and I might come back later when I do that little Phalaenopsis repotting. So thank you for joining me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate every one of you, and I'll be back later. There we go. The sunlight hits that shelf now, and if I go back here, just have to be careful. There we go. Bye now, from me to you.